I had an interesting call yesterday with an early stage founder that I wanted to share with all of you. In the call, I went over our five-step process that we suggest founders go through to ensure that their business is positioned to be able to predictably get more customers, as well as that they're solving a real problem. Take a watch and let me know what you think in the comments.
Yeah, thanks for clarifying that. I appreciate you, providing a high-level overview of what you're looking to do. I think the best way to move forward is we've identified kind of a five-step process that works really well for businesses to go from, first starting out to actually being able to predictably get more customers. The first step in that process is really picking one type of customer to focus on. So rather than going down the road of, trying to service anyone and everyone, really just get laser focused on who you want to help and just focus on that one type of customer. Once you've been able to identify, the who you want to help, the next step is to really talk to as many of those types of customers as you can and find out what problems they're struggling with. You're going to get a lot of answers. You're going to get a very wide range of answers, and it's really up to you to try and pick out what you're best positioned to be able to help them with and drive those conversations down that path. So step two would really be, try and talk to at least 100 potential customers before you start a business. Just try and understand what the problems are out there for that one type of customer you're focusing on. Once you have a strong understanding of what problems they're facing, pick one. Again, this pattern keeps coming up of just picking one. Pick one problem that you feel you are best suited to be able to help them with. So based on your experience, based on what you want to learn, based on kind of where you are in your career and where you are in your journey, kind of pick that one problem that you think you're going to be able to do the best justice in solving it, and then work with them. Kind of that's kind of where step three and step four are kind of merged together, where you want to work with them to try and identify if the solution you're identifying will work for them. Because there are a lot of cases in which you come up with a solution to a problem that they're having, and the solution might not be within their realm of expertise, so they might not be able to use it, right? So you want to, once you've identified the problem, once you've identified the solution, you then want to work with those 100 or so customers you've talked to, go back to them and get feedback. Does this solve your problem? And really try and polish up what the solution might look like before you even start building anything or anything like that. Because when you do that, you're gonna learn a lot about what the solution needs to look like. You're gonna save yourself a lot of time, which is gonna help you, really compress timelines. Then once you feel you have a strong understanding, that's when you can move forward into creating a proof of concept or a minimum viable product to actually get something out there. And that's really where step five comes into play. Is once you've identified a solution, you build it with like as minimum moving parts, as minimum complexity as you can, and then for the next 12 to 18 months, you really just focus on that. So you're solving one specific problem for one type of customer, and you've created one specific solution. Now, as you're doing that, as you start to make revenue off of that, you are going to find that you need to polish it up a bit, and you might need to transition from that minimum viable product into actually a commercialized product. But that gets much easier to do once you have revenue in the door, right? You're not looking from the perspective of, hey, I have an idea and I need to get this idea out there, so I need to invest very heavily in it. You're looking in, I had an idea, I know who I'm going to help, I validated with them that this problem is actually worth solving, I validated with them that the solution is actually going to work, I've worked with them to identify and refine the solution so it works exactly for them, and now I'm just focusing on solving that problem. When you do this, you're going to find a few different things happen. The first one being it's much easier, not easy, but it's much easier to get customers predictably, mainly because you know who your customers are, you know what the problem is, you naturally are able to validate that the problem they have is one you can solve, and that the solution you have is going to fit the problem and the who you're helping. So in addition to doing that, it also opens up the door, if you want to go down that route, to seek investment. Because now when you're going in front of an investor, you're not just going, hey, I have a great idea, I'm awesome, trust me, I've got this team, they're awesome. Some investors do like that, but most really want to see that you've gone out there, you've done the work, you have some customers under your belt, and that their money is going to help you get where you want to go faster, as opposed to without their money, you're not going to get anywhere. Because a lot of investors need to see a way for them to get their money back within 3 to 7 years. Some 3 to 5 years, but 3 to 7 years is really that sweet spot. And if you don't have any traction meaning, you haven't gone out there, you haven't got customers that are interested, you haven't even gotten letters of intent, it can be hard for them to share the same vision you have. So what I'd suggest is, try that 5-step process. I think what you're going to find is it's going to be very helpful in you being able to, just as you go through the process, narrow down who your customer is, what the problem is, as well as settle on a solution that's going to work. Does that sort of make sense? Yeah, you're correct. You're correct. It's the way I look at the 5-step process is it's kind of like the situation where someone says, hey, you know what, I'm trying to lose weight. The one approach is, well, you're just going to go on a diet, and as soon as you stop the diet, you're going to gain all the weight back. The other approach is you look at the root cause, and the root cause is you're overweight because of your lifestyle. So if you change your lifestyle, you're naturally eliminating the problem, because the problem is not the actual problem. It's a byproduct of a different problem you have, and that's having an unhealthy lifestyle, right? So with the 5-step process, what it allows you to do is it allows you to get below those surface level issues. It allows you to really get laser focused on solving one problem for one group of people and solving it in a way that they can actually use it.
I hope you found that clip useful. Let me know what you think in the comments. Did your business use that when you first started out? Are you thinking of implementing it in your business? As always, give the video a like and subscribe to the channel for more updates. Also, if you'd like some one-on-one help, learning how to implement that 5-step process or solving any other challenge that you're dealing with in your business, there's a link in the description that you can use to get in touch.